What is going on, YouTube? The Blu-ray King, back for an all-new update. I'm doing it with DVD set. And that's at Super Sentai Zyuranger. Now, it's spelled like Zyuranger, but it's pronounced like Jew, like Jewish. Zyuranger. What you may or may not know about Zyuranger, it is the original Power Ranger series. Now, before the Power Rangers came out, and I believe it was '94, this aired as the latest installment in some long-running Super Sentai series. And it's vastly different from the Power Rangers. Now, when you watch the Power Rangers, any scenes where it's got Jason, Tommy, all of them, those are the scenes shot for Power Rangers. Anytime you see them in their suits fighting the bad guys, that's footage that they just took from the Zyuranger and just added in to their footage that they just shot of the teenagers. Now, if you see them with their helmets off or in the command center, that's new footage shot for the Power Rangers. Just about any time, like 99% of the time that you see them fight in their suits, is just footage that they lifted from Zyuranger and put into Power Ranger. And if you were younger, you would notice that the Power Rangers changed Zords a lot. They got their Thunder Zords, and then they went and became the Ninjas, and then they had to become Power Ranger Zeo. That's because the Super Sentai series only ran for 1 year, so they only had so much footage that they could copy and paste. I believe season 2, they had the actors go back and film some more footage, but then once they got into the Thunder Zords, they just started taking from the following shows. But that's all they did. So what is Zyuranger? Now, the Zyurangers, you got the Tyranno Ranger, Geki, Terra Ranger, May, Tiger Ranger, Boy. Yes, the Yellow Ranger is a boy, and his name is Boy. Blue Ranger, Dan, Black Ranger, Goshi. There is no Zordon. Their wizard they go to, his name is Barza. They are 5 legendary guardians. They've been sleeping for like 190 million years. They roam the earth with the dinosaurs. Each one was like the head of their tribe. Each tribe had their own dinosaur, and then of course the dinosaurs all come together as one, and instead of being called Megazord, it's called Daijujin. And Daijujin is pretty much like God in this series. And then you have Rita Repulsa, who's actually Miss Bandora, and you can, as you see right there, is actually the same person. All they did was redo the audio for all of the Rita Repulsa scenes. And then Babu and Squat were actually Topat and Bookbok. They essentially played the same role in Zyuranger that they did in Power Rangers, but just not as cheesy. The show itself is a children's show, but it's not as cheesy as Power Rangers is. Power Rangers is really, really kiddie. This is more like push into PG-13. Okay, so then we have Goldar is actually Gryffazor, and Goldar is married to Lemmy, and Lemmy is Scorpina in the Power Rangers. And then we have Finster, who's actually called Pretty Kun. He makes the monsters. Scientists discover Bandora Witch canister on another planet. They open it up. She's released after 190 million years, and she's out to kill children because she hates children. This is a reoccurring theme throughout the series. She's always sending monsters after the children, and the Zyurangers gotta go save the kids. And sometimes it's like multiple kids at a time. She really hates kids. The Guardians are awakened to defend the Earth from Bandora Witch. They're not randomly chosen teenagers. They've dealt with her before, and they're ready to do it again. There is a lot of the back and forth battles. Bandora Witch sends a monster down. They get defeated. When she throws down her staff, asks the evil spirits in the ground to give her monster more power. And then they grow. Then Daijujin comes. But unlike Power Rangers, where it's just, we get in the Megazord, we fight, we kick their ass, we're done. A lot of times, they'll have to fight multiple people. They'll have to come up with different ways to beat these bad guys because they're getting their ass kicked. And they might get their ass kicked for like 2, 3, 4, even 5 episodes sometimes. You know, it takes a while for them to finally defeat a bad guy. They got to go through all these trials and tribulations. And just before the mid part of the season, the 6th Ranger comes, who's the Dragon Ranger, Blu-ray, Bandora Witch. It takes advantage of the fact that Blu-ray is angry towards the Zyurangers and Geki because Geki has stolen his place as the prince of the tribe. But however, he's the most powerful Zyuranger of them all. So there's a lot of back and forth battles between the two of them. and the Dragon Zord, which is actually called Dragon Caesar. And eventually it's revealed that Blu-ray and Geki are brothers. Blu-ray comes to his senses, teams up with the Zyurangers to fight Bandora Witch. Then, just like in Power Rangers, his powers are limited to a candle, except unlike Tommy, once the candle dies out, Blu-ray dies. So a lot of these episodes, he's in this room where time does not move. And he only transports out of the room if the Zyurangers are in trouble and he needs to call upon Dragon Caesar. Once the candle's down to like its final 2 hours, Goshi and Dan go on a mission to save Blu-ray, and if they successfully do this mission, Blu-ray will live after the candle dies out. But they don't make it in time, and Blu-ray dies. That's right, he dies. Yeah, this is some serious shit. So after he dies, Blu-ray passes his power on to Geki. From here on out, Geki for the most part sports the shield, and he carries around Kaiosoken on the Dragon Dagger. He also controls Dragon Caesar, in addition to his Tyranno Ranger. So he can call upon Dragon Caesar even when Daijujin's getting his ass kicked. So after many back and forth battles with Bandora Witch, she resurrects a monster called Great Satan. And Great Satan comes in the form of her son. And it's revealed that Bandora Witch had a son, and her son died messing around with dinosaur eggs. That spawned her hatred for children and the Zyurangers because they represent the dinosaur tribes. There's a big long battle. It took like 5 or 6 episodes for all this to go down. Bandora Witch finally defeated. She's floated off into the universe. You know, they wrap up her story. Gryffindor and Lemmy have a baby, and the whole Bandora gang, all of a sudden, they end it with their children lovers. There's peace in the world, and everything's good to go. Now, as I said, this is not like Power Rangers. Power Rangers has that cheesy comedy really geared for cheap laughs from little kids. Now, this is great if you liked Power Rangers as a kid, like I did, and you want to go back and watch Power Rangers. You want a more serious tone? Definitely watch this. Completely changed my outlook on the Power Rangers. Now, I hear they're doing a movie soon, and I hope that the movie takes a lot of inspiration from this Zyuranger source. So as you can tell by this video, I actually really enjoyed this series. That's why I felt the need to make a video about it. If you guys happen to see this at your local Barnes & Noble, Suncoast, or anywhere else that you're able to find this gem, I highly suggest picking it up and giving it a try. It's a 10-disc set, 50 episodes. Each episode is about 20 minutes long. If you guys have seen it, let me know down in the comments what you thought of Super Sentai Zyuranger. If you're a fan of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, let me know what you think about this Zyuranger. And until the next time I see you, stay true and stay blue. Oh yeah!
I hope I make it home tonight. Make it home. I hope I make it home tonight. Make it home. I hope I make it home tonight.